What's going on, guys? It's Becca Switzer with Roof Sales Mastery and author of Diamonds in the Sky. And today we're going to talk about being overwhelmed. And this is definitely a job, whether you're a business owner or you're a salesperson. And honestly, this is applicable to being a human being. Sometimes we just get so overwhelmed because we feel like we have so much stuff to do, and our to-do list is just piling up and piling up and piling up, and we just start waking up with anxiety. We feel like, oh God, the moment we wake up, like there's so much to do. And sometimes that turns into this like paralysis, right? Where you have so much to do that you feel so bogged down that you don't do anything. And sometimes days go by where you're like, there's that thing you should be doing, but you haven't done it yet. Or we avoid doing certain things because we don't actually know exactly how to do them. That happens to me a lot, where if I don't know from the get-go that I can do it perfectly the first time, then it keeps me from starting. And that's something that I'm really working on in my life. And, or if you don't know how to do something, it prevents you from looking into, well, how do I learn how to do that? Or who can I find that can help me do that, and whatever. So today I wanted to talk with you guys and give you a strategy that works really well for me. And I really encourage that you do it as well. It's so simple, but it eliminates so much of the headache. So the first thing is write every single thing that you have to do down. Write it down on paper, okay? You could use the notepad on your phone. I personally like handwriting things. I don't know why, it just makes me feel different when I do it that way. But get yourself a notebook, get a piece of paper. I have like 3 of these going at all times. If you see on my videos when I'm sitting at my counter and there's just notebooks everywhere. Write down everything that you have to do. This could be, and you could separate it if it's business stuff from personal or whatever. But if you're a salesperson, let's say, maybe you have to finish an estimate for the Joneses. You need to call back that angry customer, Mr. Barton, because he left an angry voicemail, and you're like kind of putting that off because you're afraid to do that. You have to call back an insurance company. You need to stop by and get a signature from this person. You need to run and pick up the extra shingles from this job. Yada, 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 yada. And you forgot to pick up your shirt from the dry cleaners, and you still need to get an oil change, okay? And you've been working long hours. You need to get your lady some flowers, okay? Or Chinese takeout. We like that too, but okay. So write down everything, every single thing. Now that it's out of your head, it actually looks a lot more manageable. Like even before you actually tackle anything that's on that list, I find that as soon as I write it down and it's on paper and I can look at it, the huge like cloud that was over my head that felt like it was the size of Texas now just feels like maybe it's the size of, Iowa, okay? And that's a great improvement for not actually accomplishing anything yet, right? So write every single thing down and look at that list. And one thing that I've done recently, I actually separated into 3 lists for myself. So I had everything that I had, and then I put, what are the most pressing items on this list? Like, what are the most immediate emergency things that I need to get done? These are the big ones. Write those down. Then I looked, and it was like open loops, things that I've kind of started but like need to finish. And then the other things were relax. I put, actually how I titled it was relax. These will get done in the next week or 2. And those were things like, put away laundry or vacuum the basement or whatever. Okay. So, or you can organize them in order of urgency, and look at that list and pick 2 things that you're going to just get done today. 2. They can be big or small. It doesn't matter. Pick one. Start with that, get it done, cross it off the list. And guys, sometimes the little things, if you start with those, you just kind of gain that momentum, right? You get that thing done, you're like, oh, whew, I got to cross that off the list. That took me 2 minutes. Why didn't I do that before? That could be like pay a bill, right? Or send a text message or something like that. And so do that. And then you'll find that a couple of things happen. One, you start to gain momentum. Okay, you've done this. Oh, it's like, well, shit, I'm on a roll now. What else can I do on this list? Boom, boom, boom. And as you keep crossing things off that list, the weight just comes you get this little hit of dopamine in your brain when you cross something off and you're like, whew, I got that done. And then you get to see in front of your very eyes on paper, shit is getting done. And that feels so good. And it really helps you to alleviate the stress that's going on in your mind, because that mental cloud is even bigger than the actual tasks that have to be done. So then there might be things on your list that you're still like, those ones are giving me an anxiety bomb in my chest right now, because for whatever reason, maybe it's you don't know what the outcome is going to be. This could be the angry customer. I know we sometimes like to avoid those. Knock those out right away. Just call, let the ones that are looming over your head, make an action plan for those. Okay, that could be, I'm just going to get over myself and do it. That might be calling the angry customer. It could be talk to this person about how I would do this if it's something you don't know how to do, right? Who can I seek to support me and help me with this? Who could I delegate it to? Who could I hire to do it? Okay, on a bigger end, if you're a business owner or something like that. So do that. Write everything down. Allow yourself to cross it off. And that is going to save you, I promise, a ton of mental energy. It has really just changed my life around, because I get very anxious when I have a lot of things to do. And I'm somebody that gets a lot of stuff done, but I take responsibility for a lot. And so when that huge cloud is over my head, it really bogs me down, and sometimes it just prevents me from getting things done, and it doesn't have to. So I hope that helps you guys. It definitely helps me. Do it right now. Like, just take a few minutes, write things down, see how you feel, and let me know how that works for you, because this has been a game changer for me. So as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can check out www.roofsalesmastery.com for the programs and all that good stuff. I love you guys. You're doing great. Have a great day today, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.